Yeah, really fascinating this. As you say, there has been a counter-offensive by the Ukrainians over the last couple of weeks and months in the Kherson region. It is symbolically and very, very significant. This Kherson, as you rightly pointed out, was the first proper Ukrainian city captured by the Russians. The very fact that they've not been able to hold on to it will be a very, very damaging blow for President Putin. It was announced live on Russian television, this effective withdrawal this afternoon. It's quite humiliating, let's be honest about this, for the Russians. Now, the reason they've done so is even though the counteroffensive from the Ukrainians is somewhat slowed in the last couple of weeks as we get into the depths of autumn and into winter, the Russians simply could not keep the supply lines for the troops in that city going, and that is why they decided to essentially cut and run, if you like. Now, what this means is that the Russians are nowhere west now of the Dnipro River in that part of the country. Far from advancing in Ukraine, 8-9 months into this war, they are simply retreating, whether it is in the east or indeed in the south, and this will be a strategic blow, but also, as I say, a humiliating one for Moscow. And it is a reminder, I suppose, that in the efforts that everyone in this country and elsewhere is having to put in terms of our energy crisis, that on the ground, that support for Ukraine, clearly with British, American and weapons from elsewhere in Europe, is genuinely having an effect.